Shalom lekulam! Welcome to part 7 of our lesson series on Hebrew suffixes. Here we're going to see how to form derivative words and loanwords in Hebrew. First, let's look at an overview of the cases where suffixes are used to form derivative words and loanwords in Hebrew. To form derivative words, this is done by expressing diminutive forms, which is the case when we duplicate the final two consonants, adding the suffix on, et, or it, or when forming abstract nouns where we add the suffix ut, and when forming collective nouns by adding the suffix on. And regarding loanwords, we have words like geography, biology, microscope, kleptomania. So those are derived from foreign words, and the way we say it in Hebrew is different, and we're going to look at how these different suffixes are pronounced in Hebrew. Let's take a look at the suffixes that form derivative words. Suffixes can express diminutive forms, and this is done in 4 ways. We can do this by duplicating the final two consonants. Here are some examples. So, dog in Hebrew is kelev, kelev. And to say puppy, we say klevlav. To note that we duplicated the last two consonants of the word kelev, le and v. So, kelev, klevlav, kelev, dog, puppy, klevlav. And another example here is the word red. So we say adom, adom is red. And to say reddish, we say adamdam. So we duplicated the d and the m sound. Adom, damdam, adom, adamdam. So kelev, klevlav, adom, adamdam. Another way is by adding the suffix on. So this is the case in these examples here. So the Hebrew word for boy is yeled, and to say little boy we say yaldon, yeled, yaldon. We add the suffix on. Another example in this kind of scenario is sefer. So sefer means book. To say booklet, a little book, we say sifron, sifron. Here we're adding the suffix on. Another way is to add the suffix et. So in these examples we have the Hebrew word for girl, which is yalda, and to say little girl we say yaldonet. Yalda, girl, yaldonet, little girl. Another example here is tipa. Tipa means a bit. And if you want to say a little bit, we say tiponet. Tipa, tiponet. Yalda, yaldonet. Tipa, tiponet. Tiponet actually can also mean a droplet. And we can also add the suffix it in these cases, such as when we want to say handle. So forearm, arm, and hand is yad in Hebrew. And to say handle, which is a little hand, we say yadit. Yad, yadit. Another example is sack. It's sak in Hebrew. Pretty much the same. And to say a bag, we say sakit. Sak, sack, sakit, bag. So yad, yadit, sak, sakit. Now let's look at some of those words with visuals. Kelev, klevlav. Dog, puppy. Sefer, sifron. Book, booklet. Yalda, yaldonet. Girl, little girl. Sak, sakit. Sack, bag. Now to form abstract nouns, we do this by adding the suffix ut. An abstract noun is a noun that refers to something non-physical. It is something conceptual that you cannot perceive it directly with your senses. Let's look at some examples. So patient is savlan if it's a male, and savlanit if it's a female. And to say patience, we add the suffix ut. Sevlanut is patience. Another example is friend. Okay, a male friend is chaver, and a female friend is chavera. And to say friendship, we add the suffix ut. Chaverut means friendship. And a third example here is atzma'i and atzma'it. Atzma'i means independent if you're referring to a male, and atzma'it is someone independent if you're referring to a female. And to say independence, we add the suffix ut, atzma'ut. Let's look at those examples visually. So sevlanit means patient. This is a patient woman here. And to say patience, we add the suffix ut, so it's sevlanut. Sevlanit, sevlanut. And here we have a male friend. We have chaver. And to say friendship, we say chaverut. Here we have an independent boy, atzma'i. He's atzma'i, independent. And to say independence, we say atzma'ut. Suffixes can also form collective nouns, and this is done by adding the suffix on. A collective noun refers to some sort of group of people, animals, things, etc. Here are some examples. Mil'a means word, and milon, that means dictionary. So we added the suffix on. Another example is zchut. Zchut means right, and if you want to say a collection of rights, we say zchuton, zchuton. Now let's see how we pronounce loan words in Hebrew. In English, when a word ends in graphie, that refers to a field of study or writing. In Hebrew, the suffix is graphia. So to say geography, we say geographia. And to say calligraphy, we say calligraphia. Now, the suffix ology in English, which refers to a branch of learning, is pronounced as logia in Hebrew. So to say biology, we say biologia. And to say technology, we say technologia. Regarding the suffix ism, which refers to movements or beliefs, in Hebrew it is pronounced as ism. So to say liberalism, we say liberalisme. And to say communism, we say communisme. Now, regarding the suffix scope, which refers to an instrument for viewing, this is pronounced as scope. So to say microscope, we say microscope, and to say telescope, we say telescope. The suffixes corresponding to ik or ikal, which means of or pertaining to, or ian, an, or ish, which means belonging to, follow the same rules. If it's referring to a male, it ends with an I. And if it's referring to a female, it ends with it. Let's look at some examples. So to say nostalgic, when you're referring to a male, you say nostalgie. And if we're referring to a feminine subject, it's nostalgit, it. So if we're referring to a political man, we say ish politi. Ish means man, okay, politi means political. But if we're referring to a political woman, for example, a political woman, isha politit, nostalgie, nostalgit. And it's the same for nationalities, or something referring to a nation of origin. So to say, let's look at some examples here. To say German, if it's a male, we say Germanie. If it's a woman, we say Germanit, German woman or German subject. And to say Belgian, we say Belgie, if it's a male. But if it's a female, we say Belgit. Same with Spanish, Sfaradi, that's a male Spanish. But if it's female Spanish, Sfaradit. So nostalgie, nostalgit, politi, politit, Germanie, germanit, Belgie, belgit, Sfaradi, Sfaradit. How about mania or maniac? So to refer to an obsession, the suffix is mania. To refer to an obsessed male, it ends with a man. And if it's an obsessed female, the suffix is manit. Let's look at some examples. So to say kleptomania, that's kleptomania. To say a kleptomaniac man, it's kleptoman. But if you are referring to a kleptomaniac woman, it's kleptomanit. Kleptomania, kleptoman, kleptomanit. Another example is pyromania, which is an obsession with fire. So pyromania is pyromania. If it's a pyromaniac man, it's pyroman. And if it's a pyromaniac woman, we say pyromanit. Pyromania, pyroman, pyromanit. Now, regarding the suffix kinesis, so the S is pronounced as a Z sound, so kinesis. So here are two examples. So telekinesis is telekinesis, and psychokinesis is psychokinesis. And our last examples are oid, meter, and nick. So oid means similar but not the same. So this suffix is the same in Hebrew. We say oid. So to say android, we say android. To say humanoid, we say humanoid. Now the suffix e, which is a study of or something, or quality of something. The suffix in Hebrew is ya. So to say history, we say historia. To say comedy, we say comedia. Regarding meter, which is a metric system unit of measuring or a measuring device, it is pronounced as meter. So to say barometer, we say barometer. To say kilometer, we say kilometer. And the suffix nik means one connected with something or a place. Okay, so or a group of people. So nik. Okay. In Israel, we have what we call the moshav. Moshav is a cooperative village of farmers, for example. So somebody who is a resident of a moshav is called a moshavnik. A some person is called nudnik. Let's see some of those derivative and loan words in sentences. She wants a new puppy. היא רוצה כלבלב חדש. כלב, dog, כלבלב, puppy. This is a good dictionary. זה מילון טוב. זה מילון טוב. מילאה, word, milon, dictionary. I don't have patience. En li savlanut. Savlanit, a patient woman. Savlanut, patience. This is a German car. Zo mechonit germanit. Germani refers to a male subject, and since mechonit, which is the Hebrew word for car, is a feminine noun, we say germanit. Zo mechonit germanit. And finally, this man is saying, I love technology. אני אוהב טכנולוגיה. Technologia, logia, is the suffix which corresponds to the English suffix ology. And with that, we conclude the 7-part lesson series on Hebrew suffixes. Thanks a lot for watching. להתראות. See you again next time. Bye.